Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today the Cypriot entry for Eurovision 2023 dropped and it's called Break a Broken Heart by Lambrou. And I'm kind of excited to just listen to what this one is like. We're stacking up the competition now. We're getting a bunch of songs. And this one is released on the record label Panic Records, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with. It's the Greek record label that blocks everything on YouTube. So if you want to watch this review in full, you should probably check the link in the description and you can watch the review there. If not, well, see you in a bit. And yeah, let's listen to the song. All right, that was that. I think this is a pretty strong effort from Cyprus. Well done. I think this song is absolutely something that will stick with you. It has a rhythmic melody to it that absolutely is catchy and memorable, and I think that really works in its favor. I think that's also very what do you call it, like consistent throughout the song, because even from the verse you have this piano that comes in on the backbeat and the vocal kind of works along with that. There are contrasting rhythms, especially when the drums join in as well, and they kind of just stack on top of each other, creating a very great dynamic in the verses and then leading into the chorus as well. It's a consistent playful rhythm throughout the song, which I think is really strong. I like the way that it's written. I think there's a nice flow to the song. It doesn't really feel like any part is either overstaying its welcome or it's not really too repetitive at any part. I feel like there's a nice flow and every segment is allowed to take its space and its time within the entire runtime of the song. A bit static, like transition-wise, it's very just, okay, we kill the drums here, we bring back the drums here. There's really not like a lot of, I guess, smoothness between the different parts, especially in like the verses, between verse and build-up and chorus. Like at the very transition between the segments, it's just very by the books. It doesn't really do anything creative in those areas, but it doesn't have to do it. But I always just kind of appreciate when you throw in a little fill or you throw in some sound effects to really just kind of introduce new sections. And I felt like at a certain point, I felt like it was just the same kind of transitional work every time. And there's a lot of use with like sweeps within this song. There's massive drum hits. It's just a lot of loudness. And it's kind of the same type of sound approach throughout the entire song. So I feel like maybe instrumentation-wise, it could have absolutely been a bit more varied. I think that when you have a band in your music video, maybe you should actually allow a guitar to be audible within the song, if that's the vibe that you want to pass off with your video. If they're going to bring a guitar on stage with them, then they absolutely need to actually add a guitar to the audio track, because it would be pretty embarrassing otherwise. I think also like the concept of a guitar within the song would actually work pretty well. It's absolutely an instrument that could add some even more assertiveness and dominance to the track, because it's a song that really relies on loudness and really sounding assertive and sounding convincing, and I think it does that. But maybe what could then be cool is like when you go throughout the song that you add a little variation, and maybe in the second chorus you'll actually throw in the guitar to actually make sure that something refreshing is happening here. That could just be a cool thing to do. You don't need it to be constant, but maybe like a little bit of variation, because I think the song might actually benefit from that. However, if you do all of this stuff, then you kind of just need to get it through the mix again one time, because the song is very loud, and the impacts from the drums, they're massively just processed to be as, I guess, kind of explosive and convincing as possible, just assertive, like this drive to the song. It's mostly reliant on drums and just kind of loud strings, massive vocal performance, which has a lot of reverb on it to just take over the entire soundstage. So it's a very grand and big song, and I like the convincing tone of it, but I think it might become a bit too much at times. It's like a bit too much in your face throughout the song, and I think the choruses could actually benefit from being a bit more, I guess, varied and dynamic instrumentally. But that's just like a minor nitpick. Overall, I think it's a very well written song. Mainly, I think the melody is absolutely there. It's something that you'll find catchy. It's a song that has drive and energy throughout the song. I think the piano arrangement throughout is very energetic, which adds a really great layer to this. And vocally, it sounds very promising. It's obviously very produced here, but if it works live, it works live, and then it's going to be a standout, I think. If you manage to sing it well and stage it well, it could absolutely be a contender to be quite far up, I'd say, because it's a song that actually leaves an impression, I'd say. And I quite enjoyed it. I think it's a good effort from Cyprus, this one, and I'm excited to see how they will how they will do this May, I guess. Tell me what you think of the song in the comments too, if you'd like to, and I'll get through some more songs very shortly from this Eurovision season. We got the Serbian national final happening this weekend, so I'll have to get around to a few songs from there. Be on the lookout for those if you're interested. If not, well, maybe I'll see you some other time. Until next time, though, take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.